G'day everyone, Andrew here, Real 4x4 Adventures, coming to you from the Hawker Caravan Park. There's our camper just over here. Now, Hawker, for those that aren't aware, we're in South Australia. We are on the Outback Highway or Flinders Ranges Way. We are pretty much towards the southern end of the Flinders Ranges. So if you keep heading south, you get to Port Augusta, I think it's a couple hundred k's south of Lee Creek. So and we're also at the junction here at Hawker. You also have the road out to Wilpena Pound. I think that's about 35 odd k's away. So if you're coming into or out of the Flinders Ranges, this is a great spot. It's got a pool here, as with a lot of these pools that we're coming across. If it's a hot day, it's refreshing, but off the back of winter there, coming into spring, they're still a little bit cooler. As you drive in, it's the main entrance just over here. You've got your reception there where you check in. You've got a variety of powered and unpowered sites. You've got 2 camp kitchen spaces. The camp kitchen area here, the big main one, there is a ladies' toilet just over there. In here you've got a range of tables and chairs. You've got the barbecue facilities, a TV, a little fridge, microwave, more seats, some outdoor seats, and then a gents' toilets. There's plenty of bins around, recycle bins too. And there is kind of a little washing up sink, but there's a better one over in the other camp kitchen. There is this really cool big stump here, or log, or trunk here, I guess. There's a decent size kids playground to keep them entertained and running around. So the powered sites where we are the main sort of camper ones. You then have unpowered sites over here. There is drinkable water as well. You have a range of cabins. It is pet friendly. It's a big fire pit just over here. And then further down you've got some bigger caravan sites as well. The sites are pretty well placed, but given the nature of where we are, whilst there are a number of trees around, they don't provide that much shade. So keep that in mind. I'm just going to have a look here in this other camp kitchen. Again, you've got another fridge, microwave, electric cooktop with oven, washing up. There's a fireplace. I haven't seen anyone use it. It's pretty hot though. Little TV. So we've been here over grand final weekend. So in the other camp kitchen, you could put on the grand final footy games. So this is the Hawker Caravan Park. There's also a big cottage up here. Again, we're camped in one of the powered sites. We've been off-grid for a number of days. So look, for here, in town, you've got the Jeff Morgan art gallery, where we had a quick look today. It's pretty amazing. He's, from what I understand, growing up here, and he's got some really cool artwork taken and inspired from the surrounding areas. Down the road you've got Wilson, which is an old town there. There's some ruins. Again, you can have a little bit of a look through there. There's an old Wilson cemetery, which is pretty interesting to have a little walk around. It's got some history with the Old Garn restaurant here. There's this history here with the Old Garn Railway. There's also the Flinders Food Co. If you're coming through, they have absolutely amazing meals. There's another cool park just across there from the road there. There's plenty of parking. You've got 2 petrol stations in town. One's the BP Roadhouse, and then you've got one that's not quite on the main road. It's just across from not the corner store, the general store, that's what it is. And so the second petrol station near the general store has food, meat, ice, fuel, new tyres. They repair tyres. I believe there's some basic mechanics work you can get done there. I'm going to head down here and just look out the road here. Again, there's a general store across the road from there which also sells your general groceries, but there is a reasonable selection in that petrol station there as well. There's also, as part of the general store, there's a bottle or they sell alcohol there as well. Now, again, there is a lot of history in the town here of Hawker. It has been around, I believe, since the late 1800s. So there's a heap of history, and you can take a walk through town, and there's, look, there are houses that are newer, but then there's also houses that are a fair bit older, and they actually have a little tour you can do, and you can look at some of the old sites that are lived in, so you can't necessarily go into them, but they've got a little bit of information out the front. There's a war memorial down the road, just down there on the corner as well. Up here there is a sports club of sorts, might be a bowls club, not sure. There is a public pool, but I believe it's not open right now while we're here. There is a school here, there is a hospital here as well. So if you've been out the Unadilla track, come through from Birdsville, or the Flinders Ranges, from Inaminka, from down the Strzelecki track, there is a fair few options here to spend a couple of nights, and the Hawker Caravan Park is one we're spending a few nights in. And if you need to get any repairs done or stock up, there's definitely a few options here. Plus there's a heap of history that's truly interesting and worthwhile, and you can do a few little drives out. There are some caves that it says online that they're just out of town, but they're closed at the moment. They've got I believe some indigenous paintings and things in there, as in hand paintings, but it's closed. So if you see that there, it may be closed, but look, hopefully reading a little bit online there, they may reopen it. I believe there was some public liability issues, but I'm not 100% sure. That's just what I read online, doesn't mean it's correct. But yeah, look, Hawker, today it's actually pretty cloudy. The last couple of days I've been here, it has been clear and pretty hot. But Hawker is definitely one that I'd recommend to stop on your way through. Again, look, we're only, I think, a couple of hundred k's out of Port Augusta, so you know, if you're in a hurry, I guess you can keep going. But I've actually driven through here before in that hurry, and I'm glad I've stopped this time and spent a bit of time here. Again, there is that history, and I think South Australia in particular, having come through that northeastern part of it, there's just so much history, and there are buildings and remnants of history out here that's really interesting, and there's also a fair bit of interesting indigenous content as well. So Hawker Caravan Park, big tick for me. Again, you've got powered sites, unpowered sites, cabins, water's drinkable, so you can fill everything up. Having come through a number of places where the water is drinkable, but it's got a little bit of a taste because it's bore water, to get some water there that has no additional taste to it is definitely handy. Well, thanks for watching. If you've been to Hawker and you've got any comments, pop them down below. If you've got any questions, by all means pop them down below and I will try to answer them. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. And that's my little walk around of Hawker Caravan Park. Thanks for watching.